everybody. This is Dishing with Stephanie's Dish. I'm Stephanie Hansen, and I am recording this morning with my friend Molly Kang, who inspired me to get back to recording for Dishing with Stephanie's Dish. I was feeling a little uninspired by just sitting and talking to myself, and I thought, well, I don't have to be talking to myself. I can talk to friends. I have many of them that are doing all kinds of cool stuff. And Molly had texted me, or no, you sent me a picture, I think, on Facebook about something that you were doing during coronavirus, which I just thought was hilarious. When we started the year, you and I had talked about that this was going to be the year of the dinner party. Tell me about why the dinner party was important to you as we started out the year.
Oh my gosh, the dinner party. Well, maybe it's partly because of the age I am, 50. We are not going out to bars and gallivanting all night long. So the way that we socialize is we come together around a table. And it's such a great way to just catch up with your friends and how the relationships and hear what's going on in their lives and talk about what's important and eat really good food and wine at a really leisurely pace, which I never feel like I can really linger in a restaurant. And so at a dinner party, you're welcome to stay all weekend.
That's really interesting that I never thought about that in a restaurant, but yeah, like you can just move slower and spend more time with your actual friends.
Yeah, right.
Do you have when you do a dinner party, do you have a lot of thought that goes into who you invite, or do you try to find couples that know each other or couples that don't? How do you try to set up your dinner party?
Yeah, that's such a great question. You are always so good with the questions. So it varies, it varies by party. So sometimes it's let's get the gang together. So There's typical little gangs who are always around a table. So there's that, and then there's also maybe more strategic, let's try and get these two couples together because we think either for business purposes or for whatever their interests and hobbies are, these people need to know each other. And, our friends, it's our friends are likely going to like our friends. And so if you can be strategic about who you can pull in, you need to know this people. That's another way to do it. And then sometimes it's just I really want to get to know maybe this new friend. And so let's have a really stable group and bring in this new friend who will benefit me getting to know this new person in a sense,
Right. So you're a good dinner party giver. Do you think about the menu, or do you think about the people first and then plan the menu second?
Yeah. So that varies as well. Sometimes it starts with an item. So Yum Bakery is not far from my house, and they have an amazing bakery, specifically their coconut cake. And there's been more than one time where it's I really want to buy that whole coconut cake, but it's we can't have that in our house. And for some reason, I like to buy the whole cake, and I don't know, it's $80 or something. So the party will start around, well, what dinner theme, what menu can we do that ends with a coconut cake? Which is really dumb.
I love that idea.
Or other times it's, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, so let's do that sort of a theme. Or what's in season now? I love dinner parties in the fall where it's the harvest and, you're getting back to heavier braised dishes, and that whole autumn eating is divine. And thinking about, well, who would like this and who's into that and what drinks go with this.
So I think we should tell people that in your day job, you work at a local thrift company. And so you are very thrifty, and you're finding themed items and trays and glassware through your job. But you have had a couple of epic parties that I know of. One I came to was your 50th birthday party. And every room had a theme of the year you were born, and you had lyrics printed out. You had a room that had bean bags, and every room had candy or food. And you have in your house right now a whole yacht room because you like yacht rock. You're kind of a theme person, right?
I love a theme, and I have a great dear friend who always says life is better with a theme. And it's just a fun way to inject a little bit of energy into something.
And you do the white parties too that are out in like the public parks where you'll usually have like some fantastic white floral hat, and then you have all of the tableware, and like I know if you're going to do a picnic, it's going to be like an epic Gatsby picnic and you're going to dress up for it. Does that feel intimidating for your friends?
Well, for some, I'm sure it does, and God bless them for obliging. And others just say that's not me, and I'm coming to your party, and I'm coming in what I would normally.
Yeah, just my
That's
regular.
great too. Yeah, but a theme party, oh my gosh, I love a theme party, and I do tend to buy a lot of pieces that fit the theme. And so, working for a thrift store facilitates that because I would really much rather invest the money into really good alcohol than, but I need to have all the surrounding pieces as well.
Right. So do you have like storage for all this stuff? How do you keep all this stuff in your house?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I used to be more of a minimalist person, but now that we've lived in this house for 9 years, every inch of space is packed with, I'll just say, thematic junk. And I've got the outfit to go with each, and I've got sets of dishes and random things. And at this point, I really just need to sell the house as is and move.
And then would you just do it all over again, or would you go minimalist again?
I don't know. I can't, the Marie Kondo effect is, she says, if it sparks joy, keep it. Every item legitimately sparks joy for me now. And so I can't seem to get rid of it, although I keep thinking that this is the year.
That you'll move or just start over and refresh?
Then I'll just get rid of it. I just need to donate it all away. But you always think like, oh, there's this theme party I want to do, and this would be perfect, and I'll never find it again if I get rid of it. So yeah, we've got way too much stuff in our house, but that's okay.
So what are some themes that are rolling around in your head that you haven't done yet that you want to?
Oh my God, themes rolling around. Well, I was really excited for the upcoming white party again this summer. That's fun. I don't know if that will be happening. Things that we're working on now in this new world. I've heard that like dress up Friday is becoming a thing. And so I was thinking about, when we do our distance driveway parties, maybe people can do, we're spending a lot of time in black stretchy clothes. Maybe when you come over to our driveway party in the future, it's you put on something a little nicer if you want to.
Yeah.
You could do, like, if we're going to have Mexican food delivered, maybe it would be you come in a Mexican outfit, or
no athleisure.
I know, as I sit here now in my super stretchy outfit.
That's right. So you've been having these driveway parties, which I don't know if we've established yet, but tell me, how does a driveway party happen during coronavirus?
Yeah, how does it happen? Okay, so we invite 2 couples, so there'll be 6 of us total, which is seems to work. We set up 2 or 3 groupings of 2 chairs, and they're all about 12 feet away in my driveway. So there's 2 by 2 by 2 chairs, and then little tiny tables or
TV trays.
Yes, TV tray.
I need TV trays.
Yes. And then I supply the plates, silverware, and linen napkins. And then my guests arrive. They don't come in my house. They just go right out to the driveway, pick their chair. And then we have food delivered, and it goes right to the person sitting in their chair. I mean, it's kind of decadent in a way, to just have a driver and, oh yes, I had the pizza with the olives. And it's each of the guests bring their own beverage and drinking vessel, whatever that might be.
Do you take orders in advance for the food?
Yeah, so we send out the website and ask people to pick, what do you want in your order? And
then do you pay for the order?
Yeah, we pay for the order, but with Venmo, it could be an easy way if that's something that makes sense for your dinner party. Your guests can all just pay you through Venmo,
Yeah,
which you don't have to touch.
right. So everyone brings their own like drink, and then they sit in your chairs and they eat on your small tables, the to-go food. Like, how this is just brilliant, because it would really fill the need of having the dinner party and the community and the connections, but you don't have to deal with the menu, which hinders a lot of people because they're not good cooks or they get overwhelmed.
Yeah, yeah. It's got a lot of pluses, I gotta say. It's definitely filling the need to see people. It's also we've been eating most of our meals in, so this is a treat.
Yeah,
We get to,
special.
it's a special thing, which we're back in my household anyway. We're back to restaurants are a really special occasion, and they're reserved for Friday and Saturdays, which is really fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
The other part is that you don't have to clean your house at all because no one is coming in the house, and there's very few dishes. I mean, for God's sakes, you can just hose down the lawn chairs.
Right.
You don't have to do anything in the house, and it's been a really good way to get together and see people, because the Zoom, as great as the Zoom is, and Zoom has been wonderful. The driveway dinner parties, they're just taking it another notch higher, which is,
Yeah.
I need this.
I don't have a driveway, so I can't do this, but I love the idea of people doing it. And we've been doing we call our friends and we say, hey, we will come over to your backyard with our own chairs and our own drinks, but can we come over for happy hour?
Yeah.
We've done that a couple of times because we've been inside, my husband and I, like for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we started sort of early, and it's just been a really long time. And I know, you want to be safe with the governor's recommendations, but I really think if you're socially distancing outside at someone's home in their driveway or on their porch or wherever you are, that applies. I feel like that is good enough.
I think so. I mean, if you take it seriously, so we have extended what do they say, like 6 feet distance or something?
Yep.
We're doing like probably 12 feet. So we're not playing any music so that we can hear one another speak.
Because we're all 50 plus. So we're shouting.
We're sitting really far away. So yeah, there's ways to do it that you just
super funny.
You're staying really far apart.
You mentioned that restaurants are feeling special to you again. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, and I don't say this to brag or anything, but honestly, I am the only person I know that's actually lost weight during coronavirus, because I would eat out 4 or 5 meals a week. And now I'm down to 1, and it's like a special event, right? It's a Friday or a Saturday. Maybe we'll do it midweek, but otherwise I'm cooking. And when I cook, I'm doing, a vegetable, a protein, and I'm controlling pretty much what's in my food. I'm a pretty healthy eater. So it's just crazy that without all of the restaurant dining, which I dearly miss, that I'm actually probably eating better.
Good.
Yeah. So it's a little weird in that way. But what restaurants, are there any restaurants that just you miss, like your top couple? You mentioned the Yum Cake.
Oh, the Yum Cake. Yeah. It dawned on me the other day that I have not had a juicy, right off the grill burger in about 7 weeks.
Wow, that's a long time.
And so I that is on the list for Friday night. We're going to find a place, hopefully Burger Jones, because they're one of my favorites.
Yep.
I got to check and see what they have going. But a juicy burger, oh my God, and a really good bottle of wine.
Yeah, so I filled that need last week with Red Cow, and then I realized, because I've done Red Cow a couple times, and their turkey burger is really good too. But then I was like, pizza. I haven't had pizza in a long time. We've made pizza, but
Yeah.
so we did Black Sheep, and I always get a bottle of wine or beer or both, just because I feel like I'm supporting the restaurant too, that's
Hmm.
all of a sudden they're able to sell these things.
Yeah.
I have found some really great wines that I would never have ordered in the
Yeah.
restaurant, but I'm like, oh, there's four choices here. There's a Malbec, a Pinot. At Red Cow, they had this Pinot that's called Trembo, and it was really light. Like I was crazy about it. I thought, God, I could drink this all summer.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you raised a really good point about supporting restaurants. And so I wanted to mention something that there are great food delivery options like DoorDash and Grubhub, which they do all the work for you. They'll bring it up to your bedroom. I swear to God, they're wonderful. If you're really looking to support the actual restaurant, you can call the restaurant directly and see if they're offering takeout or curbside pickup or something. And the reason I mention is because those restaurants do pay a fee for the convenience of the delivery service, which they're operating on a super slim margin. So if you're looking to support the restaurant, call direct and operate that way.
Yeah, and you can either pick up, which a lot of
Yeah.
people do, or it's
Yeah.
curbside, or
Mhm.
sometimes people will deliver.
Yeah,
If
right.
you ask them, like if they're paying, if your order is $120 and they're paying 30% of that back to a service, so what is that? $120, that would be $36 that's going back to the service. You might say like, I'm wondering if you would deliver it if I gave you $20.
Yeah, and
They have staff that are looking to get tips, and
yeah,
so that might be an alternative if you feel like you want to have that communication with the restaurant. I'd be surprised if they didn't just bring it to you.
I know. Yeah. Good to find out. Good to ask them directly. What do you guys want?
Yeah, and also I think a lot of people's tips are going to pay for the employees that aren't working in the restaurant right now. So
Yeah.
it's good to ask that too. I'm always
Yeah.
tipping, I don't those when you tip, they usually have it like set up 20% is the highest you can go. I think sometimes if it's your favorite place and you want to help them out, you can go do
Yeah.
a little more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's
All
super
right.
good.
So Molly, this has been great to talk to you. Do you have like, I know you're not a soothsayer and neither am I, but don't you feel like we could be doing this for like another 18 months? I know you can't even really like get your mind around it because it's so depressing.
I have a feeling that this is going to go a lot longer than I can bear.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll have to do a walk or do something so that we can continue to stay connected.
Absolutely. My gosh, it's so good to see your smiling face. And I love what you've been putting out on social media, these great tips for people who are trapped inside and cooking.
Yeah. And I should probably be leaning into that more, but I also am like, I'm just a home cook, like I'm not going to pretend to be like Samé Wade and doing like some whole cooking show. But if I can do something that's fun, I'm just trying to do stuff that's fun for me that feels fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We'll all get through this.
Yes, we will. Molly, it was great to see you. Thanks for your patience with setting up the audio recording today. It feels good to be back dishing with someone just about regular stuff and having fun.
Great. Nice to see you. Nice to talk to you.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye, Molly.
Bye.